Graham's back, and I'm here to tell you about the site and talk to you about the rules. Okay, first, you have your dashboard. That's what we're on right here. Now, you guys don't have teacher tools, but you'll see this. You'll see my portfolio. You'll see trading. You'll see contests, research tools, trading ideas. Okay. So going back up here to portfolio. Okay, you'll be using 4 of these. Well, excuse me, 2 of them a lot, maybe that one. You'll be using my stocks and funds to see what you own, and account balances is important because it kind of shows you all the data of your stock team, and you yourself are a stock team. We're going to have over 90 stock teams playing this game, okay? All right, trading, you're going to use 4 of these, and I'm going to show you in a different video how to trade stocks, okay? We will get into mutual funds, probably teach you a little bit about mutual funds, and we'll do bonds on Monday too. Doesn't take too long to talk about bonds, so we'll just wait until then to do it. And then this will show you all the trades you've made and orders that you've made, okay? Not all your orders become trades because rules get broken, things like that, which I'll explain in a moment. For contests, it's fun to see the rankings, where you are compared to classmates. Last year, I think I was at the bottom a lot. I am playing against you, by the way, but I'm not very good. Research tools, this is new. The trading ideas is new. Research tools have been there. I don't really use their quote. I like Yahoo Finance. I think Yahoo Finance does a better job of presenting the information. But there are some things to take a look at here. The news kind of is important, although I don't know how current theirs is compared to, like, say, a Yahoo Finance. Trading ideas, that's new. You can click on these, and I never really have yet, but apparently you can see what are popular stocks out there or mutual funds. Brokers, remember, those are the experts. What are they? I think that's supposed to say upgrades, but somebody at their website spelled that one terrible. And then how to, you guys know how to choose stocks unless you want to see what they have to say. I like the biggest gainers and losers, the ones to avoid. And then the ones if you can hit your cart to that, fast pony there, that gainer, you can really take off, okay? Market movers is the same thing. All right, so that's a look around the site. So what I'm going to do now is I want to show you the sheet that you should have been handed. Let me see if I can do that here. Yep, there he is. Okay, so you were given this, and it has information here about the game. All of this information, by the way, is found here on account balances page. So this is the same info. Okay. Whoa. And same info. All right, so I'm going to go back to that sheet though. Starting down here, you begin with $100,000. Okay, so that's some pretty good chunk of cash right there. And this is going to change. You can see I have a little bit more than that now because I actually started the game yesterday, setting it up, and I've made some interest money because our fake investment bank that we're doing this through is paying me interest to keep money in there. Now, normally that doesn't happen, at least not to me, in any of the banks I've used. Okay. Short proceeds is going to be about selling short, which is something you'll learn a little later. This loan balance here is very important because in this game, you're not going to be evaluated on if you make money or lose money. That's just going to happen. Okay? You're evaluated on how you play the game. Are you engaging with the game? Did you do what your teacher asked you to do? And one of the things I'm asking you to do is I want you to invest as much of your money as you can. And so I'm letting you borrow what we call, if I was in school, I'd write it right here, on margin. And I'm letting you borrow another $100,000. Some many investment banks will let you borrow some money. Like, for example, I'm letting you have $100,000. So for every dollar you have here, I'll let you borrow one of my dollars. So that's $200,000. Okay. A lot of investment banks will do that for you is when you get to a certain amount of money. And you would definitely probably with that money. So you will be charged interest on the loan when you borrow that money. That's okay because you'll crush that in stocks if you do very, very well. Okay. The value of long positions is just the value of all the stocks you own once you buy a bunch of companies. And then the same thing for selling short, which again, I'll teach you later. And then if you add those up, gives you total value of all your positions, your stocks and investments, which I think would probably be close to this at some point, your total portfolio value. Like right now, that's what I'm worth, and that's what I'm ranked on. You're ranked on this number here. And of course, that's your percentage return. Remember what return is? It's how our investments are doing, like how much money we're making. And right now, I've made 0.01%. This I can talk about with you later, just not right now. Okay, there's your buying power. Remember, you're borrowing money, so there it is, 200,000. It's $1. Actually, if you look at it, it's like penny for penny. It's exactly double what that is right there. I haven't made any trades yet on this screen, and I am allowing you 2,500 trades. I doubt you'll get close to that, but I do have students get into the hundreds with trades. Now you will pay commission. You will have to pay $10. Now it's 0 right now because you haven't made a trade. But every single time you make a trade, it's going to cost you $10. And that is just like a lot of online investment companies out there like E-Trade or Ameritrade or Scottrade or ShareBuilder.com. There's a whole bunch. They all charge flat fees for making those trades. It adds up. And I've had that kind of bite some of my students in the butt in the past because if you buy and sell a company in a day, that's 2 trades, that's $20. So if you make 10 trades in one day, that's $100. All right? If you make like 100 trades, that's $1,000. That starts to eat into like the money you guys have earned if you guys make money in this thing. So just think about it. All right, dividends. You know what those are. If they show up, and since we're going to play this game for 2 months, it'll show up on probably most of you if you hold the companies for a while, like you should. Okay, so you get dividends there. All right, the other part is just more of these rules. Okay, so I'm allowing day trading. If you don't know what that is, here's a simple explanation. In our game, you can buy a stock and like 15 minutes later sell it. Okay, that's day trading. In a different simulation that we used to do, the Wisconsin stock market simulation, the one run by the state government for all schools, they did not allow day trading. So when you bought a stock, you couldn't sell it until the next day. That's not really how the stock market works. Okay? I am going to let you guys sell short. I will teach you probably next week. I already told you about what on-margin trading is. That is when you are borrowing the investment bank's money. This began on December 6th. We are playing until February 6th. It'll end right then. We'll see who the big winner is. There's your $10 commission, 2,500 trades. US dollars. Okay, so this position limit means this, and this is really important. This is the kind of stuff I write on the board. So you cannot I've made it so you cannot invest more than $25,000 in a company. Because I don't want you to put all $200,000 in one company. They have a saying for that. Putting all your eggs in one basket. And if you drop the basket, that's not good. So I am going to put a limit. So this means you have to diversify. Again, I'd be writing that down. Diversification is really important. You're going to hear me say it a whole bunch of times, especially with mutual funds and stocks from now till we're done with this unit. To diversify simply means to have your money spread out through many different investments. That way, if some are down, others may be up. Okay? Do you see the wisdom in that? All right, those are just interest rates. And then this last one here, I haven't checked yet to see if they're letting me do it, although I set it. at that you may buy shares of companies that could be as little as $3 a share. Okay, it's almost like penny stock territory there, considered very risky. But I think it's okay. I like that because at $3 a share, and if you put $25,000 in a company, that's like you can get like over 8,000 shares of a company. 8,000 shares. If it goes up $1 in that day, and you have 8,000 shares, you just made $8,000. Okay, so think about it. All right. Again, if I was there, I'd be having to do this, but to figure out the money that you're going to put in, you don't have to always put in 25,000, but we do have this like go big or go home kind of philosophy. And what I mean is, I don't want you buying like 1 and 2 shares of a company. Okay, that's nothing. So a company like Apple is $130 a share. We saw that recently. If you buy 2 shares of that, you've invested $260 out of 200,000. You're never going to get your money invested. Plus, you don't really see the big gains or the big losses that I want you guys to experience in this. Okay? So here's what I do. I get a calculator. So you need a calculator. You use the one on a computer, whatever. And I try to coach my students to invest. They can choose, but think about doing like, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, or $25,000 in a company. Okay? So what you have to do, all you have to do is just take that amount and divide it by that share price. So here's an example. Let's say you did want to invest in Apple, and you're like, no, I'm not buying 2 shares. Only, people who don't listen do that kind of stuff. Instead, I'm going to take my calculator. I'm going to put, let's say like $20,000 divided by $130, because that's what the share price is. And I think that comes out to, I have to do this in my head real quick. Oh, actually, I don't. Got a calculator right here. And just got to bring the calculator out. Come on, faster, Mr. M, faster. Okay, so 20,000 divided by 130 equals, it'd be about 153 shares. Well, maybe I just make it 150, and that's what I can get. Okay, now you're talking. Now you got some money really invested in there. Okay, that's it for this video. The rules and how the website works. Our next video is going to be how to make a trade. So get your stock list ready. I hope you came ready for today. Okay? All right, see you next video.